Let's talk about masculinity for a second. Real, raw, unapologetic masculinity. Because whether you like it or not, it's under attack. We live in a world that tells men to sit down, be quiet, stay soft, and never challenge anything. And if you do speak up, if you do try to act like a traditional man, suddenly you're toxic, you're problematic, you're part of the problem. And that's exactly why someone like Andrew Tate blew up the way he did. Because the truth is, modern men are lost. A lot of guys have no father figure, no guidance, no purpose, and definitely no real connection to their masculine energy. We've been raised in a world that praises sensitivity, encourages weakness, and tells us that being a man is somehow wrong. But here comes this guy, Tate, speaking with confidence, directness, power, telling young men to take control of their lives, to get strong, to become disciplined, to stop being lazy, to stop blaming the system, and to actually build themselves into something respectable. And what happens? They cancel him, censor him, ban him, label him everything under the sun. Because the truth is, what he says goes against the agenda. Now, look, I'm not saying he's perfect. He's made mistakes. He says things that can come off harsh or controversial, but that doesn't mean he's evil. That doesn't mean he's dangerous. It just means he's not playing by the rules, and that's the real reason they want him gone, because he reminds men of who they used to be, and that's scary to people in power. You don't have to agree with everything he says. You don't even have to like him, but you can't deny this. He's woken up millions of men around the world, men who were depressed, weak, broke, and disconnected from their masculine identity. Men who needed a push, a voice that told them it's okay to be a man again. And now the system wants to shut him up, not because he's dangerous, but because he's influential. Because a strong man doesn't need the system. He doesn't need to depend on anyone. He's focused, self-made, and grounded in truth. And that's the real threat. Not Tate, but what he represents. A man who speaks freely, who doesn't fold under pressure, who doesn't ask for permission to be who he is. The second you step into your masculine energy in today's world, you're labeled aggressive, you're told to calm down, you're told to be more inclusive, more emotional, more sensitive, and slowly you lose the fire that makes you a man. And that's the point, because a weak generation is easy to control, it's easy to manipulate, it's easy to distract. That's why masculinity is under attack, because strong men build strong families, strong men speak uncomfortable truths, strong men protect their communities, and strong men don't follow the narrative blindly. So when someone like Andrew Tate tells men to wake up, hit the gym, make money, protect your mind, and be someone worth respecting, of course they're gonna come after him, because he's giving men power again, not in a hateful way, not in a divisive way, but in a way that brings responsibility back. And let's be honest, responsibility is not popular anymore. People want comfort, they want excuses, they want to blame the world for everything, but that doesn't get you anywhere. Now more than ever, the world needs strong men, men who are grounded, who lead, who don't fold when it gets tough, who protect their values, their families, and who don't apologize for being masculine. You don't have to copy Tate, you don't have to worship him, but if you're a man and you're feeling lost in this soft, confused world, at least start thinking for yourself. At least ask why certain voices are being silenced and why others are being pushed so hard in front of you. It's not a coincidence, it's by design. So whether you agree or not, whether you like him or not, at least admit this. Andrew Tate gave a voice to men who felt voiceless. He reminded them of their strength and encouraged them to own their masculinity again. That's something the world used to celebrate. Now it gets censored, and that should tell you everything you need to know.